Use Ardenvale to make a token and pass the turn. Whew. Probably the best top deck we could have had. Linden goes kind of insane here, so we can attack with all of these. And honestly, I could have got even more greedy and attack with all of these than I probably should have. But I decided to hold back because I know I've got just lethal here. So what I can do is all these triggers pop off. All my Pridemates start growing up now. We have these flyers that can't be blocked. And I have that 11 power Ajani's Pridemate there. So I can sack my Alseid, give it protection so it can't be blocked. You know, protection from white. And we're swinging 14 right there. They make some blocks anyway, but it doesn't matter. We get exactly lethal. Alseid a Life's Bounty coming in, and that Linden. Okay. How do we want to do this? I think we want to do it like this, don't we? Get that out of here. Let's swing. Okay, they didn't even let us swing. Mono white, turns out 17 power on board with 3 lands is pretty good. How's it going, y'all? Titans Fan 920. Today we have a deck that I did not think I'd be playing whatsoever. This is Mono White Aggro. For anyone who knows me personally, Mono White in general, Magic is just my least favorite color. I don't really care about lifelink or life gain, and I don't really care about little white weenie strategies usually. But this doesn't play like a white weenie deck. You actually get to have some really big beefy creatures. This plays like a mono green stompy deck that happens to gain a lot of life. So we have 8 1-drops here. Both the lifelink is the main thing with that. The Alseid get protection, which is good. You have your Ajani's Pridemates, which gets double digits if it doesn't get answered real fast in this deck. Hushbringer is a way to stop a lot of decks out there. Mono black, if you come across this and you have this out, just shuts them down. It's still a flying lifelinker for your Ajani's Pridemate. Daxos gaining life is a big blocker against aggressive decks. We play against Gruul or something like that. Listen, hold it down the line really well. Get to the 3-drop slot here. Heliod, Suncrowned. Just all these life gain synergies kind of go nuts with this card. You get your board so big so quickly that you can just like even out counter a mono green deck. Is crazy. Linden with this out, you're not losing. You're just going to town so fast. We have the 3 Banishing Lights. This is a catch-all, answer for everything here. We do have the Gideon Blackblades, which I didn't, this is Brian Gottlieb's list for the most part that I saw on Twitter, and I took this. But the Blackblade, what little I've got to play, has actually been really impressive. My very first game with this deck was actually against Blue Light Control, just a little best of 1 game. I lived through 4 Storm's Furies, or whatever, the Shadow of the Sky. Lived through 4 Shadow of the Sky and 4 Little Teferi, and a lot of that had to do with Gideon Blackblade just being incredible against them. Finally, we finally found a deck where Ajani Strength of the Pride is actually relevant. This thing, making you Ajani's Pridemate tokens is insane. The +1 just to gain life every time is really good with so many ways. There's just a lot of synergies in the deck, which is good. Land-wise here, 19 Plains, 4 Castle Ardenvale, and a 1-of Mobilized District. You actually do play a lot of legendaries. You have legendary. So a lot of ways to make that cheaper, and just that being another 3/3 attacker is pretty good. Sideboard-wise, Devout Decree, answering things in black or red to exile them, which is nice. Glass Casket, helping your devotion out while still answering a creature and exiling them is good. Tomik against any kind of, when you need a flyer with a decent body, this is good. But also, if you come across Nissa, just shut Nissa down. Feels good. Elspeth comes in against Control. It's really hard to answer with Planeswalker. That even they remove it, you still get to bring it back later. Elspeth Conquers Death, same thing. Usually against Control or other kind of big matchups here. Just a great card overall, and still provides 2 pips of devotion. Finally, a lot of the things it gives us issues are using enchantments for like either Banishing Lights and things like that. So Heliod's Intervention to just like wipe a whole board of artifacts and enchantments away is good. This also just gaining twice the amount of life there for ping all of your guys. Pretty good. So this is what we got. Take it into some ranked here. See how it goes. I usually don't like mono white, so we'll see. Let's go. Here's against Sam Shot. We will take the play. Opener for this, 2 Healer's Hawk, a Heliod. Hopefully if we can get these Healer Hawks down soon, put counters on them real fast. So we'll play the Hawk on 1, pass the turn. They have a Plains of their own, and ooh, is this a mirror match per se? Oh. So let's go ahead. We'll start off, we'll offer the trade here just because we know we have a backup one. So we play this, play our own Healer's Hawk, pass the turn. We're winning by 2. Watch out, world. We're so good. So they play Temple of Silence. I'm not sure what the black mana could be. Usually if you're playing Healer's Hawk, and yeah, they play a Loyal Pegasus. I'm not sure if this is some kind of Flyers list or a kind of Heliod life gain deck. Interesting one there. We'll go ahead and slam down Heliod. Attacking with both of these would be a waste. So what I'm going to do is attack with 1. If they don't, whether they block it or not, we'll still get to put a counter on our other one. So they take the 1, and now I can put a counter on this one. So now they still don't have good attacks. That Pegasus has to attack with another creature, and if that Healer's Hawk attacks in, then we can just eat it. So good start for us here. We're really getting kind of outmaneuver him here. Thankfully, being on the play really helps that. Conclave Tribunal really shucks. Either way, they still don't have good attacks there. Here we draw an Alseid, but we think just playing an Ajani a lot better. So we play Ajani, make us an Ajani's Pridemate token, and if they had not got rid of the Heliod, they would have been mega dead already here, because the way this thing can gain life so fast and just build your whole board up is kind of insane. So 1624, we have a 3/3 Pridemate, 2/2 Healer's Hawk. They just got their 2 little flyers there. They play a Loxodon. I guess Loxodon's like a fine thing to play in these kind of decks, but it's not for me really. Not really my style. Well, down tick on the Johnny here. Make another thing. Play an Alseid of Life's Bounty. Swing 3 in the air. We could swing with the Pridemate, but it'd just die. So we'll do this, gain life twice. Look at all in triggers. Now we have a 5/5 and a 4/4. So now the Venerated Loxodon can't even attack. Looking good for us, 27-13 right now. They play a Heliod, though. If they're going to get back in the game, that Heliod is a creature that is indestructible and a Pridemate. So very good follow-up from them. Yikes. The shields are down now, so Healer's Hawk and Pegasus coming in. A little bit aggressive attack on their end, but I guess if the Pegasus can't block on its own anyway, then it's not doing much sitting back blocking. So let's see how they put these counters on here. Put a counter on the Loxodon. Okay. We draw another land. It's kind of top deck mode for both of us here. So figure for now, just swing. We've got the consistent life gain. Get them down to 12, us up to 27. All those counters again. And now that we have the Alseid on the battlefield, we're getting close to where we can just give something protection and swing through there. So let's see what they draw here. If they drew anything good, it's going to be kind of scary. And it's Oketra. Oketra is a great card, and one I've not really thought of putting in these shells, but I think with the low mana curve, it's actually a pretty reasonable card. Not a white creature, which has some synergistic things that misses out on, but otherwise it's still good. So they're deciding where to put their counters for now. If I say putting them on the Healer Hawk's probably good, just getting more lifelink from it already that way isn't too bad. End of turn, we'll go ahead and use Ardent Bell to make a token and pass the turn. Whew. Probably the best top deck we could have had. Linden goes kind of insane here, so we can attack with all of these. And honestly, I could have got even more greedy and attacked with all of these, and I probably should have. But I decided to hold back because I know I've got just lethal here. So what I can do is all these triggers pop off. All my Primates start growing up now. We have these flyers that can't be blocked, and I have that 11 power Ajani's Pridemate there. So I can sack my Alseid, give it protection so it can't be blocked. Protection from white. And we're swinging 14 right there. They make some blocks anyway, but it doesn't matter. We get exactly lethal. Alseid of Life's Bounty coming in, and that Linden just powering up the crew so fast. Good game one. So go to sideboard here. Glass Cast has come in for sure. What else do we want to put in here? The Heliod's Intervention gaining life could be relevant here, but I don't think it is. Elspeth could be good to, again, gain life and just put some creatures out there. Right now, not really sure what to do, though. Not really had to play a mirror match on this before. So I bring in the Elspeth Conquers Death. Reason being is most of the stuff that's 3 mana stuff we really do care about. So whether it's a Heliod or a Linden on their own or just a Banishing Light, getting a creature, or, we get good things back with it in this matchup and get to take something away in exile is pretty strong. So we got 3 more cards to cut here. We took the Gideons out because the Gideons are just a little bit, they're great against control, but in this kind of mirror match, not very good. Ended up cutting the 2 Healer's Hawk, 1 Alseid, been on the draw. Probably don't need them quite as much. Opener here, not too shabby. We got a Hushbringer, and Ajani's Pridemate, Glass Casket, plenty of turn 2 plays. And would you look at that, we just drew ourselves to turn 1 play. Healer's Hawk coming down. Let's go. So turn 2, they play an Ajani's Pridemate, and that's a little bit scary for us. They could have attacked there. I think I personally would have attacked there, but to each their own. So now that I've got a Pridemate down, this matchup's going to get kind of swingy if we don't attack in. So I feel like I can go ahead and attack in, offer the trade here. If they trade, that's great. We'll still have even-powered creatures, but now all of a sudden I've got this 3/3 instead of their 2/2 Ajani, so mine's a little bit better. So now they swing in, they got their Ajani as a 3/3. They'll play an Alseid. Okay. Another Alseid. They have a third land? They don't. However, neither do we. Boo. The one kind of Namo in this deck, what you see here, is we have Hushbringer and Daxos. Hushbringer shuts off Daxos triggers, so we actually don't get those. For now, since my devotion here is a little bit high, I figure I can play the Daxos, have something with a big butt here. Go ahead, swing in. Get another tick on my Ajani's Pridemate here and make it a little bit bigger than theirs. So they find a third land, and best card in this matchup here is Linden. Linden just lets you go crazy. Now they can almost, I mean, they swing in with this Ajani's Pridemate and Healer's Hawk already, that's good, but instead they try to take the turn off here and play Venerated Loxodon. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, they get it this, I forgot. Okay, so they get that. We're still not seeing our lands here. They have a wider battlefield. We're probably dead. I'm trying to fight the good fight and hope that we can do something here. Inside for now, we got to try to go wide, so put some counters on these boys. Send in the Healer Hawk and send in the Pridemate. Get in the swings while we can. More counters on them. Let's go. If this wasn't a mirror match, like, I would feel really good about where we're at now, but you just see how much life they're going to gain with this Linden. It's kind of insane, and I don't think we can really erase that. They play a Giant Killer, which will grow our other Ajani, but unfortunately it's probably not going to matter. They have big swings here, and they're all relatively safe. Like, they can just swing out here. Yeah, they'll lose an Alseid of Life's Bounty, but they'll still gain life. Not much you can do against this, though. I decided to give them the nice because respect it, you know. Nothing much you can do here. If I don't block this Ajani, I'm going to be real close to being dead. So we block right there, go to 2. But at this point, it's 2 to 25. They have a 10-10. That thing is, you know, that's 13-13. So we draw a Linden, but no land. Unfortunately, the mana doesn't let us play this game. Go to sideboard here. Decide that Elspeth Conquers Death. Just a little bit expensive, so we cut one and put a Healer Hawk back in while being on the play. Still thinking, yeah, just go ahead and put the Healer's Hawk back in. I think 5 mana is just a little bit too slow for the deck. So game 3 against Samshot. See if we can't take this one. Opener, not super explosive. Oh, they're taking their time, so we're rubbing their face. Play the Ardenvale, pass the turn. They play a Healer's Hawk, so I would like to play the Ajani first. But just so they don't start gaining life here, I'll play the Hushbringer, so that way we have a blocker for that Healer's Hawk where it can't get through. They play an Alseid, okay. And another Alseid, okay. Mobilize District, so I got options here. I can play Heliod, or I can play a Hushbringer and Johnny's Pridemate. Decide. Thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's go with the more mana efficient play here. Play the Heliod and pass the turn. I could have attacked in, gain 1, and made that a 2/4. But right now, like, I don't think we have too much to worry about. We get punished if we have a Banishing Light, but other than that, that's about it. So Conclave Tribunal. Heliod down. No land for them, though. And no land for them being on the draw is pretty huge. So now I decide I can either... I have options here. I can Banishing Light, or I can Hushbringer and Ajani. Decide I'll do that, so this way I can still swing in, get a counter on my Ajani, and just really put the pressure on them while they're short on some mana here. Next turn I have my Banishing Light to take their Conclave Tribunal and get my Heliod back. And then from there I'll have my Devotion turned on where I can be attacking with Heliod as well. So Loxodon put in work here, but unfortunately for them, that Hushbringer shuts that down. So that's got to feel real bad. So we'll take the Banishing Light. Heliod coming back in. Use my last 2 mana to give my Johnny's Pridemate lifelink. And I really goof here and probably just about throw the game away. Should not have attacked there. I got real excited about my lifelink and have my Heliod back. Now my Heliod is turned off and my Ajani is dead because I'm an idiot. I would have had a big old Ajani here, would have still had a Heliod back to block, and they had 2 lands. We probably had the mega dead here, but my greed and just lack of caution got me. So they get a big swing there, swing for 7, gain a little bit of life. Now they get to put some counters on that Ajani, so that's I'm kind of messing up here. So now I've got this Banishing Light in hand, trying to hold it for the time being. This Ajani will turn on our Heliod, which is good. So, decisions. Decide. Make an Ajani's Pridemate token. I could plus up and gain life, but that's not super great right now. Let's get a reward down first. So I get aggressive. I maybe should have held this Heliod back too, but they can't really chump block. This gets them down to 8, and we gain all kinds of life here. I decide for any kind of counters I get for this, I'm just going to be putting them on my flyers. They have enough attackers to go through and kill that Ajani anyway, so we don't have to really worry about that. If they're swinging out, and that means they don't have blockers. Of course they have the Linden, though. Linden is the only creature that can really bring them back in this game, and they draw it. And now, granted, keep in mind, like if I had just not been stupid and thrown my Ajani's Pridemate before away, we'd be in good shape here, because we'd have 2 really big blockers that could hold the line down. But my idiocy stopped that. So they gain a bunch of life here. Yeah, Johnny's mega dead, so no need to even try to block that. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Another Heliod, not quite what we wanted to see. So I'll play this Banishing Light. I've got 2 good targets for it. I can target the Linden, or I can target the Pridemate. I feel like the Linden's what actually lets this game get out of control here. So do that. Lifelink up my Ajani's Pridemate token. So now they have to chump block. So even though this will grow their Pridemate a whole bunch, it still puts us in a pretty good spot. So they go down to 1 here. We're up to 34. Once again, spread those counters around their flying folks, because they already have lifelink and they're evasive. Now with them only having 2 sources of lifelink, we're looking like we're pretty good. Unfortunately, they draw Gideon. I don't even think Gideon's good in this matchup, but it definitely got to put in work here. So now they get to lifelink their Ajani's Pridemate and gain 10. So they swing 14 on us. Yikes. Healer's Hawk, man, not the most exciting of the draws. Got a lot of power on board here. I could make my Mobilized District into a creature. It'll only cost 3 now, since the cost reduction from that Heliod. So I figured, let's go. We have the Gideon there that we could take care of beside the face of the place. They good game us, but they're not doing their math right, because with the correct blocks here, they're actually not quite dead yet. So we get them down to -1, but they gain 2 life here, so they will go to 1. We'll go to 30. Once again, you already know it. Put the counters on our flyers. Maybe there's consideration for me to have to go after that Gideon, but I feel like you're supposed to just pressure their face there. I still have this flyer up in the air. Our board's looking a lot bigger and a lot better than theirs is. It's 30 to 1, but still, that Gideon just giving the Pridemate lifelink is a pretty huge deal. So they lifelink on the Ajani's Pridemate. We give them good game because it looks like this game's still over. They swing, get us down to 17, and their stuff's up to 14. So all of a sudden, it's a game again. They play a Healer's Hawk. Not too bad there. We're not really worried about that. But once again, Conclave Tribunal coming in. So they get to take that one. And now this Tribunal ends up taking one of our Healer Hawk that was a 6/7. And we draw our 3rd copy of Heliod. So all of a sudden, this game, they did look like it was very, very, very in check. Ain't looking like it's in check no more. One more creature would have still been game because we could have been able to swing for lethal. However, now that Heliod's not a creature, we're missing out there. So I decided to swing face. This may not be the correct play, to be honest. Maybe I should have went after the Gideon since I can exile something now. So now with all these counters, decide put all the counters on this Heliod. Got a 12 power Ajani's Pridemate. Pass the turn. 33 to 8 now. This has been such a swingy game, and that's why these mirrors are kind of insane. So no surprise to anybody. Oh, they actually exile. Okay, so yeah, they exile our Ajani's Pridemate. Feels bad, man. But luckily now they don't have lifelink. Oh, just kidding. They got another Gideon. I was cussing pretty bad here in this one. I'm not going to lie. But it is what it is. We're still not dead yet. So they swing for 15. They get us down to 18. They go to 23, and all of a sudden we're now losing this race. Our top deck's just not being kind to us. We were in a place where we just need white creatures to be able to gain some life, and it ain't happening. So now after seeing the power of the lifelink here, decide let's not mess around anymore. We'll send the Hushbringer to kill that. Get our Healer's Hawk over here, because we do need to gain some life. So they go to 19, we go to 28. Put another counter on this Healer's Hawk, and then put one on Hushbringer to spread them out again. Now we can at least hold up this Castle Ardenvale. Make a token to chump block with if need be. So just swinging for 20. Since that's not lethal or close to lethal right now, I'll just let them have it. There's no lifelink. I would much rather just have an attacker. So they have the Haunted Witness. End of turn, we go ahead and make us a 1/1 white human soldier token. Now we get the Ajani's Pridemate, which will turn on our Heliod. That makes us happy. We can go ahead and lifelink up the soldier token now. Swing in. Swinging for 12, 17, 18. Get them down to 6. We go up to 21, and thanks to Hushbringer, they don't get a token back now. So now we can just start putting all these counters once again on our flying threats. They have one card in hand, and we have these two. I mean, we got a big board now. I think we finally turned this one around. It was close before, and they had some pretty good top decks to get out of it. But looking like that's not going to be the case this time. They play Alseid. Swing at the 16-16. Again, there's no lifelink on it. Doesn't really bother us any. So I think about it. I don't know if any combat trick is going to get them 5 extra damage. So we take that and go to 5. And that's it. Let's go. Good game 1, mono white aggro. Let's play another. Alright, game number 2 here is against Esperado. My DA, it's like a once a month thing that I go without this thing being plugged in. So I've got to redo my intro now. So when you see the intro for this video, by the time you saw this game, I've already re-recorded it. But I'm going to be like trying to re-record it like I didn't know what happens in these games. So that's fun. We can't keep this. If we had another land and was guaranteed to get like a plains, I would keep this for show. But the Ardenvale there is just too slow. God, this sucks too. This is way too slow. This will have to do. We'll pitch a plains. And I guess the Hushbringer. I think I'd rather have Daxos here. Not a good start for us. But it's okay, because we're playing against a blue deck. So, I mean, when would blue ever punish you for stumbling, right? That wouldn't happen. Ever. So it's blue-white. Funny enough, like the very first game I ever played this deck was against blue-white. And I lived through 4 sweepers and 4 Teferis. So the deck can get the job done. Can't play Daxos here. Kind of awkward there. We'll just pass the turn for now. Probably get petty thefted or something. Nope. Nothing yet. Hopefully this next turn we can play Ajani. Heliod, okay. Let's go ahead and attack first. And they probably got counter magic up. I think. I'm gonna play Heliod so that way if it does resolve and then get the Ajani down next turn, then this can attack. It's probably gonna, no matter what you play, it's probably getting countered anyway. This isn't a creature though, so maybe this plays around something. They're so self-absorbed. Yikes. Multi 5 on the draw against control. Feels great. Come on, buddy. Either play a spell or pass. So you got one of 2 options here. Banishing Light. Okay. That seems a little aggressive. That means they probably have a really good spell coming up here this next turn. Here, I guess we could double spell here. I think I'm just gonna do this play, making a Ajani token. Or Ajani's Pridemate token, sorry. Pass the turn. Yikes. Frickin' yikes. Let's go ahead, make another one. Because this is going to die anyways. This is a good way to get rid of Dream Trawler. And now you get to see the not so fun synergy of Daxos. with Hushbringer. Because it doesn't allow the triggers to happen here. So that's a great nombo in this deck. And unfortunately, we can't really attack. Luckily, we do have the ability to possibly go wide here. But this is going to be hard to race. We've just stumbled far too much. I guess I should have traded that Hushbringer. It doesn't matter at this point. We're so dead. If I have any kind of follow-up that's relevant whatsoever, I'll probably just give up here. Let's go to attacks. Play this Hushbringer. Try to. Then we'll play our planes out because we have nothing else to do. That way, if we draw, drawing anything else here, I guess we can, like another planes. Well, the man start making stuff the Ardenvale and do things. I think we're just crazy dead here, but we'll see. This deck does have good game against control, I think, but a mold of 5 on the draw, usually not going to get it done against any kind of halfway working and functional control deck. Especially when they just curve out in the Dream Trawler there. What can you do? Homie, can you play a spell or something? Can you go? Jesus Christ. So they get to look at 5 cards, put 2 in, so we're probably in a lot of trouble here. Dream Trawler just lets them see so many cards. Not much you can do. Okay, once again, they Banishing Light. It's not a huge deal. I don't like them taking that just because it makes us not get as many pips off of our Ajani's Pridemate. Woo! Jesus. Can nice that. If the game will let me. Arena why? Yeah, let's just go next game. Let's not waste anybody else's time. Maybe we'll get a keepable hand. We have like mono 1-drops in hand, but the game wasn't liking all that. Elspeth Conqueror's Death can come in here. Black or red? Well, that's unfortunate. Helo's Intervention could be good for the Banishing Lights they have. I may throw one in there. Let's put some Elspeth Sons. I think all these Planeswalkers are good against them. Hushbringer probably ain't so good. The Alseid given protection is good. We need to take out one more thing here. I'll say probably Linden's so gas if it gets to do its thing. Let's go down 1 Daxos. That seemed like a little bit too many there. Let's run this at him and see how it goes. Maybe end up putting more interventions in there if we happen to see a game 3. Alright, Esperado is finally finished sideboarding. We'll get to take to play this game and hopefully not mold a 5. That'd be cool. We're going to hope to draw stuff here, I guess. We still got a 1-drop to put a little bit of pressure on Linden here. This way, even if they Teferi on 3, we'll still have something left behind. Another Linden is very unfortunate. But I guess at least they kill one of them, we'll have another one. Birth of Meletus. For this thing to only run like barely 20 lands, we seem to really hit him well in this deck. Well, except for the first game where we couldn't. So that 0-4 is going to be an annoyance. Play this. Let's go to attacks. Gain 2 life. Yeah, life gain's not going to be an issue with this one. Play Healer's Hawk first. They probably think we're holding up something else anyways. I bet they let that resolve. Now we can end turn. Be looking for a Castle Ardenvale soon would be nice. Thirst for meaning. That's a lot of cards they got there. Does Mobilize District cost 3 right now because Linden is legendary? It's also a 3/3. 3/3 Citizen. Opponent plays. Big oof. Big oof. Wow, can we draw more lands, my mans? Jeez Christ. 5, 6, 7. 7 of our 11 draws have been lands, and our mono white deck that plays. Make that a 12, boys. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it. Let's go make a token and block here. Okay, so we'll take him to 13 there. Pass the turn. I wish I had some hand destruction just so I could look at this and see what we actually have in hand here. Spoiler alert, it ain't anything. So they actually discard 2 land cards there, meaning they probably have some gas. I mean, it's not like they're short on cards right now. If they have Brazen Bars and the like, at least this protects against it pretty well. Yep. Okay, well that's a start. They do have Absorb Mana held up, but I think we just got to go for it. They got it, we'll call it a wrap here. Yeah, I don't... Well, let's go play one more game. That was awful. Alright, last game of the day here is against Sim03. Whatever. Your name's not cool. I think we just had one more Daxos, his hand would be great. We still got a 2/3. I mean, a land still makes this okay. It's just these multiple Daxos are super frustrating. After our last game, everything's frustrating, though. This man's obviously going to be aggressive and beat us down, which this might be a good matchup for with Oliver. Life gain if this happens to be a Gruul deck. Okay, the man's true to his colors. I respect. Don't you do it. Zerta. Okay. Think we just play... Let's play this. The next turn with Heliod, we can really start putting counters on things. No blocks. We got... Or no attacks. We got big old butt Daxos here in the way. This thing can really start getting away from them soon. Don't kill my Linden. Don't. Next turn we play this Heliod, have it come down, be a creature. We'll be getting a lot of life gain triggers and a lot of counters. That sucks. Really, really sucks. I think we still got to do this. I'm even going to play one more just to let it die. This is aggressive. But I want to be able to get that up out of range there. Go ahead and swing that in there. If we can just have one of these live for a turn to be able to get this Heliod to start pumping our stuff up, Gruul's going to have a really hard time moving this. Okay, I like that. Phoenix of Ash doesn't scare me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're just playing Ajani here, right? Trigger. Here we will put the pressure on a little bit, start swinging here. Swing for 6. Phoenix of Ash can do... I mean, if they want to like pump all their mana and kill this Ajani, they can. That might not be a bad idea, but if they do that for the whole turn, then I'm totally happy with that. What I don't want to see is like a Skargan Hellkite coming in and finishing it off. Let's see what they got. Zerta ain't it. Okay, so they are just spending all their mana to kill that, which is fine. Linden, pretty good one here. If I attack with all of these, they have to double block one to not die, so I think we just do this. That's just a lot of aggression that Gruul cannot answer. Like even there, we're getting another trigger on this Pridemate now. So our 10-10, usually pretty good against Gruul. Let's go. Good game 1. I feel like we should have a decent matchup against Gruul. Here, exiling red creature is going to be good. Glass Casket's going to be good. This Glass Casket's what, 3? Okay, I guess we'll never know. To me, I don't see any reason to play. They seem to get pretty low to the ground, so I don't think we want Elspeth Conquers Death either. So you got to take some cards out here. Gideon Blackblade is not good against them. Hushbringer, it's probably weak as well. They look good to us. Do we want the Banishing Lights? The Banishing Light might be a little bit too slow also. I'm going to cut down. Maybe want the Hushbringers over the... Let's go down to 1 Banishing Light. Since we brought the Glass Caskets in, it's essentially doing the same thing. We got plenty of removal now, but we still need our creatures in life gain too. So game 2 here against Sim03 Swong. It's like you want to say Swan Song, but you spelled it real weird, and I just don't like it. This is a 1-lander that is absolute fire if we draw lands, so being on the play, I'm going to keep it and just hope that I don't have to whine about not hitting lands. They start off the Fable Passage, which is fan-dilly-dastic for us. That's not a land, but we still got a chance to draw one here in a little bit. Stomping. Assume we see Zerta here. Okay. That's a land. Let's go. Let's attack here, get a counter on the Pridemate, pass the turn. If they swing, I'm eating it. Phoenix of Ash is A-okay. Daxos, not quite what we wanted. But I think we'll take it. It's got a big booty. And we'll pass the turn. That Phoenix of Ash as a blocker is a little bit humorous. Can just Questing Beast us here if they have one. I'm all for if you have an Embercleave, I would like you to use it. Because we can actually outrace an Embercleave here, I do believe, with all the lifelink we have. Cool. So 4, 8, 9, 10. Go to 11. Can we draw a land for this Heliod, please? Hushbringer ain't it. I think we just play this Pridemate. Swing here. We just swing the 1. Big boys. We're doing a lot to not be... Oh, God. Oh, God. So that's going to do 4. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it is what it is. This will kill us if we don't. 5, 6, 7. Can I double block like this? I think we can. So if I double block like this will kill whatever it hits first. Nah, that's not good. Let's just do it like this. Let's regain a bit of life. Wow, where are the lands? I thought this deck played lands, but maybe I was wrong. I think here we're just playing both of these out. Unfortunate. No attacks. They can't trample right now, at least. They can pay 3 mana to equip this Embercleave, which ain't too bad. Attack with Torben, coward. You won't. All blocks go to Torben if they swing with it. They need another land to attach the Embercleave. Okay. Four, 8. They got another thing, and they've got another thing. Like Collision Colossus will kill us here. Why would you have not done that and then tried to Embercleave, bro? I don't understand. Okay. A little late there on that one. Hey, look, right on time. It's our land. Can we even afford to do this now? I think now I've got a... if we Banishing Light... I mean, we're just kind of screwed here, I think. If I Banishing Light the Torben, they can still equip the Embercleave on the Phoenix of Ash. This isn't a creature right now because we have 3 devotion. I think we just play the Hushbringer and then hold up protection from the Alseid. We'll swing one of them for 1 lifelink. We're going to have to like block and sack is what it's going to come down to, more than likely. It's hard to navigate when you have three lands out of 13 draws here. So passive blockers, we'll go here. And sucks, but I think we just gotta go there. Do like that. Can I sack my Alseid, please? Give you protection from red. We're trying. Oh. Well, that didn't work how I wanted it to. Sweet. So, apparently the deck isn't as good when you just get stuck at 2 lands for a majority of the game. Who would have thought? Do I change anything now? Destroying that Embercleave at instant speed would be pretty good, but otherwise we just don't really care, I don't think. To get 1 casket, put in 1 more Banishing Light, just in case we see it for the Torben there. Otherwise, let's run it. I think we got a good matchup against them. It's just when you get stuck at 2 lands for a whole damn game, then what do you do? So last game of the day, let's hope we can end it off with a bang. We got lands. Oh man, we got things. I think this hand's actually factually good. Drawing a Ajani's Pridemate would just make it the nuts. That's what I'm looking for. Ajani's Pridemate off the top, please. Heliod, not a bad constellation. Play that. Next turn we play this Heliod. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Develop Decree is a good one to see. That rhymes. Play Heliod. Do this. I guess we'll put this up here. Just in case he tries to have any Domri's Ambush shenanigans. Because if I put on this Healer's Hawk and they had it, then that'd just be really good value for him anyways. Which looks like, okay. Yeah, so we definitely would have got punished there. Can't attack now. I think I'd do this. Put it here. I'm going to go ahead and Glass Casket that now. Save that Devout Decree for something else. And now we have enough of the Devotion where we can start swinging. Got him down to 8. Heliod is a creature now. Pretty sweet. And that's why these enchantments are pretty good out of the side. Hopefully they just play a Torbran and we win. Oh, they don't have the... Yeah, Questing Beast is still good. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't answer it. No. So... I think we give you lifelink. Sack this. Give you pro green. That's not a creature anymore, but I think still just swinging in for that is good. Put another counter on it. Yeah, Phoenix Ashes, whatever. We can exile that. Yeah, so you better leave that back as a blocker. Okay. How do we want to do this? I think we want to do it like this, don't we? Get that out of here. Let's swing. Okay, they didn't even let us swing. Mono White, turns out 17 power on board with 3 lands is pretty good. So once again, ending off 2-1. That seems to be the theme here. I'll never gonna climb, man. I think I will. I'm gonna start playing some more. I know I've been playing a lot of different decks here, and I'll probably keep playing different decks, honestly, but I think I eventually need to just like pick one and stick with it. I want to try some Orzhov Enchantments out. I got some Bant Ramp here I want to try. Mono Red's been a lot of fun and good to play. Esper Hero. I got things that you guys haven't seen yet. I still think Rule Aggro is probably one of the best ones to climb with. But Mono White Aggro. Thoughts on the deck here. So we run 24 lands and still seem to not really find enough a lot of times. But then I've had games where I just flood on them. So it's like weird to know, you know, that's variance and that's Magic, and people are going to whine about it, myself included, but that's part of the game. The main deck, Gideon, did feel really good for the most part, I think. But it's also like one that's pretty easy to side out in some matchups. You know when it's going to be good and when it's not. Creature matchups where they can just attack it down with the aggro, it's not very good. But I think having that hinge to be able to give a lifelink to ping your other stuff here with lifelink triggers is nice. And then against control, game 1 especially, it's just a powerhouse. Excuse me there. Ajani, he's finally found a deck where he shines. That there's been times I got to play with this where that 0 just taking care of a Dream Trawler, getting it out of the way and swinging for lethal is huge. Sideboard wise, there's probably still something I can mess with and work with, but I think overall we got a pretty good list here. So this is Mono White Aggro, a deck that I never thought I would see, be playing, but here we are. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for all the support. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.